check that yes. So this will build this immediately. So we see the login check immediately. So I can change this flow from here. So I also use the same yes. Check. Alright. So we want to check the very basic login. So let me say what I will do. I will just say I have a very simple variable. Let's say let's username to be a string equals to be, let's say Enoch. Then we'll say let password equals a number, and we'll say 1 2 3 4 for instance. Alright, so we want to do a check. Let's assume this is the username and the password saved in our database. So we want to check if this username is correct. Just a login check. So I can quickly say if in the condition to check. Let's say we are asking, let's assume this is what the user is providing to us. For instance, the user logging into us. This is what is providing to us. And we have the database on for. Or I can also make this to a database. So let's make it this way. Let's say username DB, right? So this is what is saving our DB. Let's make it this way. I think it will make sense. Then I will create another one from the user. I'll just copy and duplicate. So this one I'll just say you are. Let's just say you are the signify user. So I can check is the username from the user the same thing with what I have in my database or what's stored in the database. If it's true, alert login success. So if this is true, only when this is true, it can proceed to the next and say alert. So if X maybe it's not, I can just alert and say invalid username. So let's test out this for now. So I can assume, let's say the username here, the person now write a mistake, maybe user now wrote C instead of what is in the database. Let's run this and see. So you definitely see that the condition the X will run. So let's refresh. I think it's running the old code. So you see, it shows invalid username because this is the condition it's checking. But if it's correct to have age the way it is with the database, it can proceed and say login success. So we can move further to check for the password. So okay, only if when this username is correct, then we can just say username is correct here. So login success, we can say username is correct. Then we can proceed and give another condition. Say if password from the user is equal to the password of the database, we can now say alert login success. X, you say invalid password. You can say invalid password So one more thing I'll do, let me ask this thing from the user. Right, so let's make this kind of dynamic. So instead of using this name, I will prompt my user. So I'll use the prompt. Prompt. I will say enter. So I'm using the prompt. I have to say should be string or not. Yes. So I have to use the union.
Well, now one for lights no day. But inside London last week, our leaders go talk say the Nigerian economy a boom. Then I run down of the main things we happened last week inside the Nigerian economy. First week I give you the picture. The Dangote refineries just increased fuel price for the 5th time in 21 days. Now taking fuel price for filling stations to $1,400 for 1 liter of fuel. Saudi Arabia wants say crude oil goes to $280. That one means we will most likely buy fuel for $2,000 very soon. And to make things worse, 16 out of our 33 power plants don't shut down because of the government. They owe them 6.8 billion naira. No lights. So they buy fuel at the most expensive price we don't buy fuel before. And in total darkness. But here now we think very interesting. Why would you complain say fuel that one for? The Dangote refinery just forced $4.2 billion to stay inside Nigeria. Before now, Nigerians they import fuel to use. But not anymore, and as a result, the money was supposed to import fuel, it stay inside the country. And Mr. Aliko Don is so powerful to a point where we say South Africa, they currently talk to him to be their main supplier of fuel to help them survive this crisis when it happened in the Middle East. All this now why, in case you don't know, Mr. President's been in London last week, and waiting good for London last week. In good foreign investors say the economic uncertainty in Nigeria is no longer here anymore. They can come and invest safely. So to the billionaires in London, Nigeria look like a place for them to come harvest good. But the average man inside Nigeria here, this thing now. And they didn't really start saying both realities they exist at the same time. So that now our Nigeria as of 23rd of March 2026, fuel now 1 for and they add lights no day. That would they help Nigeria bring in dollars. Why he they control fuel price and the government they pitch Nigeria to investors abroad. While for here we still they struggle with lights.
So let's test out the first one.
I think some comment. If you find it insightful, can you like, comment and share to a friend. Well, now one for lights no day. But inside London last week, our leaders go talk say the Nigerian economy boom. Here I run down of the main things we happened last week inside the Nigerian economy.
The disadvantage of this is asking my name and password.
Increased fuel price for the 5th time in 21 days and taking fuel price for filling stations to $1,400 for 1 liter of fuel. Saudi Arabia wants say crude oil goes to reach $180. That means we will most likely buy fuel for $2,000 very soon. And to make things
if I want to bridge that I don't want to be moving to password, I can use my own option now.
8 trillion naira. That one means say no lights. So they buy fuel at the most expensive price we don't buy fuel before. And in total darkness. But here now we're the very interesting. Why would you complain say fuel that 1 for? The Dangote refinery just forced $4.2 billion to stay inside Nigeria. Before now, Nigerians they import fuel to use, but not anymore. And as a result, the money was supposed to import fuel, it is inside the country. And Mr. Aliko Don is so powerful to the point where we say South Africa, they currently talk to him to be their main supplier of fuel to help them survive this crisis with the happen in the Middle East. All this now why, in case you don't know, Mr. President been in London last week, and waiting good for London last week.
Only if when my username is correct before in ask me my password. So if I put a wrong password,
invest safely. So to the billionaires in London, Nigeria look like a place for them to come harvest.
If I refresh again, ask me my name, I put correct and say correct, username is correct, then ask me my password. I can put 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is correct. And I see login success. Login success. So this is a very simple
and the government they pitch Nigeria to investors abroad. While for here we still struggle with
very simple login check.
So I think I can read this one.
Okay. So next thing we should be checking here is also multiple try multiple attempts. So that one I give a instruction of trying 3 times. Let's try to implement it here. So I can say okay, so let's have it somewhere here. Let's have it. Let's write the loop here. So I can say, let's say so let's use the for loop. For loop. I say let I equals 0 So no attempt. So if I is less than 3, if I is less than 3, so let me confirm if I'm allowed to use the type. Yes, very allowed to use type. So this is good. All right. So you say I is less than 3, then keep increasing I for me. Then I'll write my code. So what I want to be displaying for this loop, let's run only for incorrect username.
I will be explaining to you how some of my end users think they need to edit videos. So the first thing they do, they log into their computer. They're going to log in there and they're going to say, okay,
less than or equal,
I need to get this video file to edit on my computer. So I reach out to the share drive.
Can run it that time.
They then make the request to the share drive and they say, I want the video, so it downloads to the computer.
Alright.
Sorry. Computer. Shorthand.
So I'll do something here. So let's have this first condition be break. So if
they edit, however, so what do? They take this video file and they upload it. They upload it to OneDrive. Now, why do they upload it to OneDrive? Because they need it in a file folder on their computer they can access. So they download it from OneDrive. It's in their downloads folder. They are then able to put it into the video editing application. They edit the video. Now they're done. All they gotta do is upload that to OneDrive, download it to their computer, and then for safekeeping, they store it back on the shared drive. That's efficiency. That's peak efficiency. For today's demonstration, I will be explaining to you how some of my end users think they need to edit videos. So the first thing they do, they log into their computer.
Only when it's greater than 3.
They're going to log in there and they're going to say, okay, I need to get this video file to edit on my computer. So I reach out to the share drive, marked with an S. They then make the request to the share drive and they say, I want the video, so it downloads to the computer.
Something like this.
Does anyone know why my PC keeps switching itself off? I'm about to crash out. Watch this. There's no one at see.
We can keep asking you, then we'll break.
I want help. I just want to play
So remember
my
to
PC
break.
is really crap. But I do not want to buy a new one right
Ask the
now.
block and stop the loop.
Does anyone
Yes,
know why
it
my
will keep
PC keeps switching itself?
Why have this?
asking, maybe checking.
Why have this when you can have this?
So we can use this name. Let's use the same name. This username. I think that would make sense. Let's use username DB, for instance, as our name we are checking. Alright. I think I need to set this block up here. Let's set this block. Yeah. I can say let's let's test out this first before proceed. So I can say log the number of time is iterating. So let's see this code. So you say I is 0 here. So you keep running I until it gets to. Okay, so we fresh. But let me comment on this code. Let me comment on this.
An Iranian-backed cyber attack
run this.
just took down.
Fresh. So you see what's happening here. So immediately it's telling me block because it runs 1 0 1 2 3. Once it gets to the third iteration, this third iteration automatically tells us block. That is blocked. So let's assume I have I want something to be happening. Let's say at this point I want to say let's username which will be a string, or let's say username just let username be a string, or let's just leave it to be any, equals to prompt enter a name. So let's see what will happen here. So what will happen here is that if you keep asking me my name, the first one, you ask me again, second one, let's assume I'm having wrong answer. The third one, I think I have to reduce that number of iteration to 3. You tell me blocked. So let's reduce this number of iteration since we're having 3 check. Alright. So once I is equal, let's save this string. Run. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's not checking. Alright. So this one now, let's start this code again. So we check the name 1, 2. Then after this third one, it will block.
And I yelled at my dog until I started doing this training 3
After
times
the
per
third
week.
attempt, it blocks it. So you can see this is when we know that we want to make it to run only 3 times. Right? For the while loop in the case where I don't want to check how many times it will run, just as far as the question is this name matches to whatever I want to do. Keep checking it. Keep prompting them to put. So that is where when I use it. So set the variables, conditional variables outside of while loop. I hope that makes sense. Any confusion on these 2 things we have done now?